Good morning, children. I welcome you all to the class of statistics. Today we will be learning chapter number 11, that is correlation. Now, what is meant by correlation? It is another measure of finding out the relationship between the variables. Earlier, when you did the chapter mean, median, mode, or you learnt about measures of dispersion, we were concerned only with one type of series. We were not showing any correlation between two series. But here in this case, we will be learning about the relationship between any two variables or any two type of series. And the relationship shows you can say the variation of series in a particular direction, and this relationship is known as correlation. So this is a measure of correlation. Now, in the words of Boddington, he defined correlation as whenever some definite connection exists, this is a definite connection exists between the two or more groups, classes or series or data, there is said to be correlation. That means whenever there is a definite, you can say, definite connection between any type of series or any two series or any two variables or more than two variables or any class, if there is a definite connection between the two, this is known as correlation, right? It may be negative or it may be positive, any type of correlation. But if there is any connection between the two series or two data, then this is known as correlation. Now, correlation means association between two or more variables. As we have stated here, it shows the association between two or more variables. It may be two or more than two variables. If there is an association or connection, this is known as correlation. It expresses the relationship in quantitative terms between two variables. It shows the relationship in quantitative terms, not qualitative terms, but in quantitative terms. The relationship between two variables is shown in the quantitative terms with the help of correlation. Then analysis tells the extent to which the concerned variables are related. It shows the extent. It does not give the exact figure, but it shows the extent to which the two variables are correlated, right? That means to what extent they are interlinked or connected. This is shown with the help of correlation. Thus, correlation is the pointer of relationship and not a proof of relationship. So, it is a pointer of relationship. It points towards a certain relation, but it is not a proof of relationship. Now, let me give you an example for this. Here I have written example population and national income. Now, suppose by chance in a particular year in a country, national income is increasing and population is also increasing. Then you will say that maybe national income is increasing because population is increasing, or it may be other round. That means population is increasing because national income is increasing, right? So, it is a pointer of relationship. It is pointing out that there may be some relation between the two, because when population is increasing, national income is also increasing. So, it may show that there may be some relation, but it is not necessary that national income is increasing due to increase in population, or population is increasing due to increase in national income, right? There is no direct link between the two. Maybe there is a connection, but other factors are also responsible for increase in national income. So, in this way, it is a pointer. It points that, or it indicates that population may increase because of increase in national income, but it is not a certain proof. It may be or may not be related to each other directly. There may be other factors responsible also. So that is why we say that correlation is a pointer but not a perfect proof. Then correlation between two variables implies simultaneous change in both. That means whenever we talk about correlation, this indicates that if two variables are there, if there is a correlation, that means there is simultaneous change in both. That means if one is changing, another is also changing, right? Now it is not necessary that they are changing in the same direction. It may change in the same direction, it may change in the opposite direction also. But whenever there is a correlation between two variables, it indicates that there is simultaneous change in both the variables. Now let us take the example, change in price, change in quantity demanded. Now whenever the price of commodities in the market changes, though you have not learned about law of demand, but you know the meaning of demand. That means how much people are demanding. That means what is the quantity demanded in the market, that is known as demand. Now by general observation we see that whenever the price of commodities increases in the market, the demand is bound to decrease. This is not the demand by any particular individual, but we are talking about overall market demand. So it's a common observation that whenever the price increases, quantity demanded decreases, and whenever the price decreases, quantity demanded increases. So we say that both price and quantity demanded are correlated, right? But here if you say that price increases, quantity decreases, that is right. But if quantity demanded increases, price decreases, if we say, then it will be wrong, because whenever the quantity demanded increases, prices are bound to increase, right? So there is a correlation, but which one is the cause, which one is the effect, that is not clear when we say that price and quantity demanded are correlated, right? When we say that price, whenever price increases, quantity demanded decreases, this means that price is the cause, quantity demanded is the effect. When price is increasing, quantity demanded is decreasing, cause is price, increase is price, leading to decrease in quantity demanded, right? And when we say that when quantity demanded increases, that means demand in the market increases, price will increase, then in that case demand becomes the cause and price becomes the effect, right? So whenever we are analyzing correlation, then cause and effect relationship is very important. Otherwise we are just simply saying that both are either increasing or decreasing, or both the variables are correlated. Same way, another example, increase in money supply leads to increase in price level. Whenever money supply in the economy increases, that is total money supply in the economy, whenever the total money supply in the economy increases, people will have more money in their hands, that means per head or per individual, total amount of money will increase, and this will lead to increase in price level because they will demand more. When they will have more money in their hands, they will demand more and price level will increase. So there is a simultaneous change, increase in money supply leads to increase in price level. Same way, increase in employment leads to increase in output. You know the meaning of employment? Now increase in employment, that means whenever more number of people are employed, the overall employment ratio in the country increases. Obviously, they will all contribute more and the total output will increase. So in this way, two variables what we are talking about here, both are changing. That means there is simultaneous change in the two variables, and this is shown with the help of correlation. So correlation between two variables implies simultaneous change in both. It is not like this that one is not changing and other is changing. It is a simultaneous change in both. Next is, while analyzing correlation measure, keep in view the cause and effect relationship of variables. Now once you know that there is a correlation, both are changing. But when you are analyzing the data or when you are analyzing any fact, then you have to see that which is the cause and which is the effect, as I gave you the example of price and demand. Similarly, increase in employment, increase in output. So cause is employment, increase in employment leads to increase in output. This is cause, this is effect. Same way, this is cause, this is effect. So in this way, cause and effect relationship has to be considered when you are analyzing any particular data. Okay. Now let us see